Hey there, everybody. It is Jay from VA again. Um, just wanted to come on here to make a short video. Um, just want to kind of weigh in with my 2 cents here on everything that's going on. Um, in a way, it seems like there's a lot of people almost panicky. You know, everybody knows that something is up, something's coming. I mean, it's got to the point now to where you really can feel it in the air. But the pushing the new variant, of course, news are lying through their teeth left and right. Then all of a sudden you figure reports on military hardware on the northern border and blue hats throughout the continental United States. True, could all be warning signs and so on and so forth. But one thing I know for sure, the military or generals or whoever you want to fill in the blank with, they love psychological warfare. It's definitely true that whenever they do something, it will most likely be on a Monday or a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I lean more towards a weekend because that's the easiest time to really take control of finances. Is to shut down the banks over, like, if the banks close Friday, they never reopen. But my point in all this is you've got so much information coming in. I know that if they want to keep something quiet, you'll never know about it until it happens. So I tend to try to look at things from their point of view as well as ours. They may just be testing to see what we are going to do, what we think, how we're going to gear up. Will we make a run on the stores? Will we make a run on gas? Will we make a run on this? Will we do this? Will we do that? Because information is power, you know. And if they keep on keeping on, you know, testing, sooner or later, some people are going to be like the story of the boy who cried wolf. You know, they gear up, they gear up, they gear up, and then nothing ever happens, nothing ever happens, nothing ever happens. And then finally, you know, the goes on again, and they think, man, it's a ball bunch of bull. They're just jerking a chain, and they don't do anything. And that'll be the time that it really will come. I'm not saying not to be aware or alert and paying attention and have a plan and be ready, but that's always good. You should live like that every single day of your life. Every day of your life, you should be ready. You know, have your supplies, have, you know, uh, barter, uh, you know, whether it be gold, silver, ammunition, even extra food, you know. Don't count on money Because whenever they pull the plug, the currency of the United States is gone. You figure they're propping us up every day by just printing more and more money. They can crash the system whenever they want. And again, I'm speaking no fear because, I have no fear of any of it because my source is the Father. So should yours be. He'll lead us and He'll guide us. And He'll probably bring us together. He'll give us all certain places to go. But just don't count on yourself and your plans and what you have going to survive, because none of us will survive without the protection of the Father. If He's not leading you and you're not following Him, you're defeated already. I mean, just saw the thing from Dabu, and Rob and Leslie also told me about, the 30,000 websites down. All the main businesses and corporations and so on and so forth are supposedly down to a DNS failure. Imagine that. And this DNS failure just so happened to control 911 centers and all the banks worldwide. It's interesting. To me, I think it's a test, but hey, I could be wrong. We have to remain calm till it's time not to be. I mean, we all know that it's coming. Just like the resurrection, we all know that's coming. Just can't nail it down to a day at a time yet. But after certain events take place, we'll know. I just want to, reassure people that it's not time for panic. People have got to understand that everything that they're hearing on the scrying mirror television are lies. The Smith-Mundt Act was repealed. It is now legal for every single Tom, Dick, and Harry, whether it be media or politician or just Joe Blow Smuckatello, to get on the TV and lie to you. And you can't do a blasted thing about it because it's now legal. It's considered propaganda to push an agenda on the stupid masses. Got to be awake, guys. And now more than ever is the time to press into God and to call upon Him for His hedge of protection and for guidance and help Him making a plan and what to do, where to go. Whether you flee to the mountains or stay home. Got to remember, man, things aren't like what they used to be. They've got technology now that if you're out in the mountains, they can turn it on and they can see down to 400 feet below the Earth's surface. So if you're anywhere on the surface or even below the surface, if you're not below 400 feet, they know right where you're at. And anytime they want to get you, they come get you. The days of hiding and staying hid are over. And most people are so soft that they don't know how to live off the land. They don't know what they can eat, what they can't eat. They don't know what bark they can eat. They don't know what, weeds and berries and stuff like that is growing that they can eat. But I'm telling you this right up front, man, we got a lot of mountains through here. And the stuff that they're spraying in the skies, take its toll. And these bushes and trees that used to make fruit and berries, they're not producing like they used to. We now have bear and deer and all that in our neighborhoods. It's unprecedented because they're hungry. You know, they're just like us. They need food. They need water. And everything's contaminated, and they have stunted the growth of food on natural herb-bearing plants and so on and so forth. Even some of the plants and that you can eat, they're not even growing anymore. Ask someone that you know who goes out ginseng hunting. They found anything? Is it anything like what it used to be? It's harder and harder and harder to find now because it's not growing the way it used to grow. If you know anybody growing a garden, ask them, how's things going? They'll tell you, things ain't growing the way they used to. You know, they've got it down to a science, guys, and we're way behind the learning curve because they have the edge when it comes to technology. I dare say they're probably at least 100 years ahead of anything we could imagine. They've been in touch with the fallen ones for years. Anti-gravitics, they've had it since the 40s, guys. Call me crazy, I don't care. I know what I'm talking about. And if you've read the Word, you know it's the truth. Ain't nothing new. Just don't panic. No fear. Keep your eyes on the Father. He'll lead you, He'll guide you, and He'll bring you together. Especially for us who keep Torah. Most likely, your group of people that you're going to be with is your Torah group or your home church people. God likes keeping His people together. He loves to protect them and show off. Right in front of the enemy. You know, we might be powerless over something, but our Father's not. You know, we can do exceedingly abundantly above anything. And whatever we ask, we shall receive in the name of Yeshua. Because Yahuwah, the Father, delights in providing for His children. The one thing I have noticed is you have some of these newer believers that the way of looking at the Father is like He's a genie in a lamp. And they get really childish because they ask God for something and it's not given to them right then and there because they've not learned that, you know, God acts in His timing, not ours. There are times that, you know, you can ask the Father and boom, right then and there, you'll have your answer, or you'll have whatever it is that you need. But that's few and far between. And, you know, one of the things that I get in comments and emails and that a lot is people really like to listen to me because I make the Father and the Son sound so real. I really don't know what to think on that because the Father is more real than I am. I mean, I talk about Him because like He's so real because He is. I mean, if you just push in and work that relationship with the Father, it's really something to be going down the road in your vehicle, praising the Father and Him to come and get in the vehicle with you. And I mean, it's happened. I've been on my way to a certain place and praising the Father, and He shows up, and the next thing I know is I am at my destination, but I have no recollection of how I even got there. The Father delights in being with His children. And I've heard it from countless other people. I'm not anything special. You know, the Father is no respecter of persons, you know. He does the same for everyone. What He'd do for me, He'll do for you. So that's why I can't help but talk about the Father and the Son, Yeshua, as being so real, because they are. You can enter into their presence, and then when you're working that relation so much, He works the relationship too, and He'll come and be with you at odd times too. But please, you know, just keep your eyes on the Father. Don't get distracted by what man says or what man thinks. Above all things, you know, have the Father on your side. It doesn't matter if you don't have food or whatever. It would help if you did. You know, God will provide. Not everybody is going to be ready to go through what's coming. And God will watch over His own. Yeah, a lot of them's going to have a rude awakening, and a lot of them are going to go by the way of grave. But some of them are going to wake up real quick and get with the program. I heard a person talking about, you know, make sure you have a doctor and a dentist and all this in your group of people. And worried about it. It all goes back to what the Word says, you know. The Israelites, they wandered around a mountain for 40 years. And what does the Word say? That their shoes didn't get old, their clothes didn't get old, even their teeth had no problems. Because He's our source. He's a great physician. He'll take care of His own. We just have to have our heart and our eyes set on Him. No panic, no fear. If anything, you know, it should actually make us a little bit excited, because we know that the day's getting closer to when we will be with our Father. Even though I don't want to go into it right now, but when we die, we do not go to heaven. And when we die, we do not go to hell. We go to sleep. One of the most misused verses in the Bible and misquoted is Paul saying, well, most people say it like this: to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. No. Go back and reread it. Paul is saying to the people, I would rather be absent from my body and be present with the Lord than to be here with you. But it is more expedient, because you need me, for me to be here with you. When we die, we go to sleep in Sheol until the resurrection. And we all know when the resurrection is, because Christ in John chapter 6 told us 5 times when the resurrection happens. See, Christ never taught anything about no rapture, but he sure did teach about a resurrection. And he made it abundantly clear in John chapter 11 with a conversation with Martha about Lazarus when the resurrection is. And actually, Martha knew because Christ asked her and she told him. See, a lot of the information has been hid from us. But God will always allow His Spirit to bring you into all truth if you just trust. And keep seeking, you'll find. Knock and the door will be opened. You'll get to the point to where you can't make it through a day without being in the presence of God, worshiping Him, praising Him, and for Him to fill the room you're in or the house you're in, and have leftover anointing on you to whenever you go places, people will fall out, or people will weep, or people will just run from you. It's all available to us right now, guys. I'll go ahead and finish up, but I love you all, and I just wanted to make a video just to cover a couple points and give my 2 cents on some things. I love you all, and I'll try to make a better video about, a topic of something you all are wanting to hear. I'm still working on the kingdom. I need to make a video just to show you all my notes. I may do that. But I love you all, and I'll talk at you later.